I think that a lot of people fear for their jobs.
I'm not sure we know exactly what it's going to do.
Are people going to lose jobs to AI? Absolutely. Is that a bad thing? No.
If AI took your job tomorrow, would you still be cheering for it?
AI is tearing the workplace apart. Some see it as the future, while others see it as its end.
For mundane intellectual labor, AI is just going to replace everybody.
To help us understand why, we brought pro and anti-AI advocates back to back for a conversation about AI in the workplace.
A lot of people say that AI is overhyped or even harmful. What has it actually done for you?
I started a company about a decade ago, and I had to raise $13 million for that company because I don't know how to code. I don't know how to develop. So I had to go hire a big team to make that happen. About 7 months ago, I started a new company. This time I did it by myself, right? I was able to use vibe coding and use ChatGPT and Grok and all kinds of other tools to actually build working software that has now generated a huge amount of income over the last years.
I mean, as a woman in the workforce, any leveling of the playing field I can use is a win for me. So for me, it's advanced my career significantly faster than it could have if I had just waited my turn. Have you seen it be harmful?
When Midjourney kind of first came on the scene, it felt like it kind of happened overnight. It was an interesting experience to see my name pop up on prompts and realize that my work was being used in this model, and recognizing that it was done without my consent or their consent to use my work, and that they were making money off of the images that I had worked a lifetime to develop the skills and abilities to do that.
I think that a lot of people fear for their jobs.
At the state, we're thinking a lot about how do you reskill people? How do you help people get to a place where they're positioned to be benefited rather than hurt by the tech?
There's a lot of valuable things in the world that aren't technology, meaning AI is most impacting knowledge type work, but there's things like your electrician, your plumber, people building things in the physical world. If your job's getting displaced in ways you don't like, maybe you consider different, vocation or a different way of, earning a living. And that's painful. But I think the worst thing people can do is act like it's not going to impact them if it is. And I think almost everyone's going to be impacted in some way. All right, Zach, when AI makes a mistake that costs someone their livelihood, who should be held responsible?
The philosophy that Utah's taken is that the deployer of the AI is generically responsible for what the AI does, right? So if I use an AI tool and use it to go, I don't know, hack all your stuff and expose personal details online, like I'm on the hook because I made the AI do it. Now, what complicates that is, of course, that no one can steer the AI perfectly, and no one can predict perfectly what it's going to do. And so we're going to have to come up with good rules for these situations.
In general, technology companies get a much bigger pass than they probably should in the name of progress. We tend to be protectionist of these big companies, and part of it is the money they have and the people that they can, basically the force that they can bring to bear on legislatures. But at the same time, we can't dismiss personal responsibility. Like people have to be accountable for their own actions too.
What's worse for workers, losing jobs to AI or missing the opportunities it could create? That's a good one.
Certainly losing the job, that's a dead end right there. So if you don't have the job itself, that's kind of a full stop, because we have to survive and put money on the table. So I don't know that I would agree that it does create opportunities that you would miss otherwise.
Worst outcome is opportunities missed because of AI. AI is going to change the world, right? Are people going to lose jobs to AI? Absolutely. Is that a bad thing? No. That's why I'm not worried about me losing my job to AI, because if AI can replace my job, it means I wasn't really focused exactly in the right place. Paralegals are probably going to lose their job because AI can do it way faster, or at the very least, where you used to have 20 paralegals, now you only have 2. Is that bad for paralegals? I don't think so. I think that paralegals are just going to have to say, okay, looks like I need to learn more, I need to work harder, and I need to put more value. I need to be able to put more value out there into the world so that I can't be replaced, right? I don't think AI will replace humanity, right? It's just going to replace tasks.
If AI took your job tomorrow, would you still be cheering for it?
Absolutely, I would.
No. Do I think AI will take my job? No.
If AI is taking my job, it means that was inevitable. That was going to happen tomorrow, or it's going to happen in 5 years or 10 years.
I'm waiting. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I am hoping next year we have the AI director of AI policy here instead. I would say there's no path forward for humanity ever that doesn't involve damage. Like, people get hurt, bad things happen, and that's the nature of the world. And I think if we're not willing to approve a course of action until no one's going to get hurt, then that's just not the world we live in. I think we just have to accept that and try to mitigate the bad and amplify the good.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm very resilient. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find the opportunity. There's always opportunity, right? The same question was asked, during the Industrial Revolution, right? Hey, what are we going to do now that factories can do this stuff? People figure it out, right? Now, I would argue that AI, the change of AI, because it can think for itself, it can do recursive self-improvement, it can get better on its own. I think that AI is more impactful and maybe more strenuous on the fabric of society. Humans are incredibly resilient. And I think ultimately AI will lead us to accomplishing more as a whole.
I think AI gives us the opportunity to become irreplaceable and to make us essential workers.
From CEOs, from directors of studios, their plan isn't to hire more. The plan is to be able to utilize AI to do things cheaper. So I hope that your future is secure and that AI won't impact it. But I would worry that the people creating those opportunities may not have that same mindset.
If AI took my particular job, where it was very difficult for me to work as a technologist, I think that would mean some pretty profound things for society, and we probably let it get a little out of hand.
So Kurt, what's the virtue of holding technology back?
A joke that I've had for a long time is that if I could uninvent two technologies, the first one would be the atom bomb. And then the second one would be social media. I think both of those have had heavily destructive, though different effects on the world. So, when you get technology that has the impact to humanity to the level of those kinds of things, we have to take the lessons that we've learned and apply them. And that means you gotta have some guardrails. And we have almost every tech that's been sufficiently disruptive has guardrails on it for a good reason. And I think that AI has not penetrated our society yet for us to understand the depth and breadth of its impact. This is not just a new tech. This is like tech that affects everybody everywhere. It's, in my career, this has the potential for the biggest level of disruption that I've ever seen.
Warning, Kurt, I'm kind of ugly, so.
Me too.
What's up?
It's good to meet you face to face, not just
nice
voice
to
to
meet you.
voice.
Yeah, it's been a fun conversation.
Hello, Holly.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, me too.
Zach, great discussion.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I think the coolest part about this conversation is you were speaking from your specific background and I'm speaking about my specific desires for the future.
I appreciate your insights. You clearly have a lot of background with AI, and I speak from my very specific background in art, and my concerns come from that background. But I also hold great hope for what AI may bring to the future. Thank you, Holly.
Yeah, it was awesome to meet
Yeah,
you.
great to meet you
Yeah.
too.